Good morning, everyone. This is Tim Wilmot speaking from Wizard Systems. Thanks for joining me today for this short presentation to inform you about one of the key capabilities of GoldMine. And today I'm going to focus on how you track your sales pipeline, your sales forecast, tracking your opportunities with the GoldMine system. Now, one of the reasons for running these sessions is that when I meet with GoldMine users on a regular basis, I sometimes find that for whatever reason, they're not aware of all of the main things that GoldMine can do for them. So in these sessions, I want to concentrate on some of the key things that GoldMine does, tell you more about it and how you might use it, and how other companies, how other organizations are using that feature to their benefit. Now, this presentation will be approximately 20 or 30 minutes in duration, so it's quite a short session. It's just an overview of this feature. It's not meant to be in-depth training, which my company, Wizard Systems, can provide for you as a separate session there, tailored to your requirements. Also on the call today, we've got about 65 or so people on the call today, and looking down through the names, I can see, I know that people on different versions of GoldMine. I will be showing you, of course, the later release of GoldMine today, so apologies if you can't immediately, it doesn't reflect exactly your own GoldMine system there, but the key principles will be the same with any GoldMine system. Now, the audio part of this presentation is one way only. You can hear me, I can't hear you, so don't worry about any background noises your end. If you've got any questions, please type those into the question box on your meeting control panel, and I'll do my best to answer those at the end, towards the end of our session. I'll just give out your first name, by the way, to protect your identity, and won't give out any company details. Also, this session is being recorded. After the session, you should receive from our automated system an email with a link to the recording, which you could share with your colleagues, and we'll most likely put it up on our YouTube channel as well. Okay, so let's get started. Just a brief mention, first of all, about my company, Wizard Systems. We've been supplying and supporting and training on GoldMine systems now for about 22 years. We're one of the largest GoldMine suppliers in the world. And we are an independent reseller of CRM systems, so we do sell and support other alternate CRM products, but GoldMine is one of our key solutions, and we've got lots of add-on products around the GoldMine system that we offer, key related add-ons that you might be interested, you might be using right now. And we do have some people that do their own thing with GoldMine. They set it up themselves, teach themselves how to use it. But we're here to assist you if you want any kind of work done on GoldMine or training that you may not have the resources or time to do. We're here to assist you in any step of the way, plus our friendly help desk as well. Okay, so we're here this morning to discuss how you track your sales right now. Hopefully, some of you will be doing this in GoldMine right now, and you may be wanting to get a little bit more information on other things you might be considering. If you're not tracking things in GoldMine right now, well, how are you tracking? Are you tracking it in Excel spreadsheets, some other application, a quote system, your accounting system? So really what we want to try and do with CRM is bring everything to one central place. And certainly sales forecasting and opportunity management is a key component of any proper CRM system. Now with GoldMine, you have sort of two levels of detail to track your sales. It could be a very simple sales forecast. So if your products are very straightforward, your sales process is very simple, short, then this simple way of tracking sales forecasting would be, I guess, very appropriate for you. If, however, what you sell is more complex, the sales process is more complex, the time scales are longer, maybe many months, maybe years from the initial inquiry to you getting an order. If there's lots of tasks that you need to do along the way, if there's lots of people you need to be speaking to about your opportunity, you need to track more information about the opportunity, then GoldMine, the use of GoldMine's Opportunity Manager would be very appropriate for you. And putting your manager's hat on, we've got lots of ways in GoldMine for managing these sales, keeping on top of them and knowing what business is coming in and what type of business and the value and the probability and so on. So there's lots of tools in there to help you manage the situation with dashboards, the report writer, and various on-screen analysis displays. Okay, so let's dive into a GoldMine system then and just explain briefly those two different levels there of tracking sales and some of the reporting tools that you've got available. So this is a demonstration GoldMine system. Don't worry if it doesn't look exactly like your GoldMine system. But first of all, if I talk about a simple sales forecast, so here we have a customer record, ABC PLC, and the good old tab bar running across the middle of the screen there. One of those tabs is called pending. This will display, as you know, all of the outstanding activities due with this customer. On this pending tab, we've got a number of sales here. If I just edit one of these, so this is a very simple forecasted sale, basic information about what we're expecting as regards in this product entry here, a basic description. As you know, you've got different drop-down lists, so in alphabetical order, you've got all the common entries of different products or services that you might sell. Also, you could categorize these sales as well. So if you've got different product categories, areas, lines, they could be categorized there, which might help you with later future reporting. We've got the value of the sale. You could also put in the number of units. We have the probability of the sale, 0 through to 99% if you like, or 100%. What's the likelihood of you getting the sale? When is the sale due? What's the name of the salesperson up there? And you can, as with many other activity types in GoldMine, you can alarm this, you can add on notes, and so on. So that's a simple forecast sale appearing against the client's record. And then standing back, if you want to see, if you want to know, well, what are all of the sales we've got on the go right now? Well, that's available from your activity list here, and where you see, of course, all of your different activities, and one of those activity types are called forecasts. So here we have a pretty typical display in GoldMine, showing us all the key, summarizing all the key elements of our sales up and coming. Right at the top here, we're selecting the user that we want to look at, so we could see the whole company, for example. And this list, we can sort this list in ascending or descending order. We can filter this list. We can group and sort by this list, and we can print out this information. You can export this information to Excel, provided you've got the security access to do that. So that's a quick run through of forecast sales. Now, the more sophisticated way of tracking your up and coming sales are with opportunities. So here's my opportunities tab. You can get to it from your navigation menu down there. So up pops my opportunity manager, and in the top half of the screen, we've got summarized row by row all of the key elements of our up and coming opportunities with the company it relates to, or the description, if you like, of the sale, what stage we're at, what's the code of the sale, what's our forecast percentage, and other key information we may want to know. If I double click on one of these opportunities, so let's look at this residential compound opportunity here. Let's just double click on that. And we're now zooming in to this opportunity in more detail. So what we have here in the top half of the screen is the key information about this project or opportunity. You can relabel these fields. These are pretty much the standard fields that GoldMine gives you. If your terminology is different in your company, and indeed, of course, these drop-down lists here, so there's the stage of the sale. These are just some example ones that come with GoldMine. You can zap these and put in your own sort of sales terminology or stage terminology. So that's the key information, and we have here some more data on the sales value and expected sales date and so on. Then running across the middle of the opportunity window, we have the standard tabs displayed here where we can see more detailed information about this opportunity. First of all, on this influencers tab, these are all of the contacts relating to this opportunity. So when you create your opportunity, first of all, we assume that might be the end user client. But if you need to track other people that may have some influence in the decision here, or you may need to be discussing things with them, or you want to have visibility of their involvement on this opportunity, they're influencers. And you can tell GoldMine what's the role, why are they on this opportunity? And there's another little column here called response mode. Just a bit of background information for you. This opportunity manager, when it was first launched by GoldMine some 16, 17 years ago, it was loosely based on the Miller-Heiman sales methodology. Now, you may not have heard of Miller-Heiman. You can look it up on Google after this presentation. But it's quite a popular way, it's a worldwide popular way of tracking large account sales. And Miller-Heiman, they're an organization that sell their training and books and tapes and CDs on the subject and videos. And you might look them up and you'll see reference to blue sheets and red flags. But really on this influencer tab, this is where we're trying to track all of the users, the influencers on this sale. And Miller-Heiman might say, well, if you've got a very complex sale here, a very high value sale, if you don't know who all the major decision makers are, if you don't know who the other contacts are that may have some influence, then that could be what's called a red flag, a warning sign that maybe you're not as knowledgeable about the sale as maybe you could be. So it's trying to encourage you to collect all these people that may have some influence. These people may be in your GoldMine database, they may not be, and you're tracking here the response mode. What is their reaction, their response to your proposition to this company? So that's the influencers tab. Products and services, this is where you can define the one or many elements that build up this overall sale here. So we've got a total value of £6,500, and we have here the different components that add up that sales value. We may have tasks. There's a simple Gantt chart here, so we can strategize the key things that we want to do, and this could appear on your calendar and activity list, the things that you need to do here, and the percentage completion of these different tasks as well. So there's a sort of heads up display there in a nice graphical way, all of the key things that you've got to do along the way from start to finish. Team, who are your colleagues involved on this sale and what's their role on this sale? What are the key issues that you've got? This is sort of harks back a little bit to Miller-Heiman and trying to think about and trying to document what you see as the key issues stopping you getting this sale. this may or may not be important to you. Don't worry about it if some of this is irrelevant to you. You don't need to, of course, you don't need to fill out all this information. But I know in talking with some GoldMine users, they're selling some high ticket items, sometimes many hundreds of thousands of pounds. And it pays dividend to then have your people track this information in some detail. Of course, we've got basic notes here, and they're all date and timestamp there. So basic general background notes there. Competitors, do you know who your competitors are? These may be contacts in your GoldMine system, they may not be, but again, this is a Miller Heiman thing where you're tracking the one or many competitors and you're trying to rank them. What is their offering on a scale +5 down through to 0 to -5? What's the rating of their product to yours? And what's the status of that competitor to this organization, to your client, your potential client? And in this example here, competitor XYZ is an entrenched supplier to them. So maybe a little bit of a dangerous sign there that there's a good relationship there. Details or links. This is where you can link to any other document. Primarily it's a document, so this could be your proposal, for example, your Word file, your PDF, an Excel spreadsheet, diagrams, CAD drawings, whatever. An easy way of sharing that information, accessing that information wherever it is on your network. And then lastly, the standard pending and history tabs, as you know, showing you here the outstanding activities due with this opportunity. So when you create activities or tasks or meetings in the GoldMine system, they can be referenced against an opportunity and visible to you. And also emails as well. As you send and receive your emails, of course, they're automatically being stored against the client's record, but they could be referenced against this project as well. So on that history tab there, over time, we're building up a wonderful history of everything that's gone on with this opportunity across all of those different influencers. So that's a quick summary of opportunities and a single opportunity. And then what tools in GoldMine have you got to make sense of all this information? Well, we have dashboards. With later versions of GoldMine, we introduced dashboards. So apologies for some of you on the call using an older version of GoldMine, but we've got nice flashy graphical dashboards. You have with GoldMine about 8 or 9 standard dashboards. You can, or we can create for you new dashboards and display typical key performance indicators, key metrics in a way like this, where we've got some parameters at the top where we can define the time frame, the status of these opportunities, the users that we want to look at, and we've got different chart types we can define. And then below that in more detail, a table where we can drill down and see those opportunities in more detail. So lots of different dashboards that we could fire up there and see that information. Secondly, complementary to that, we have reports. So there are some standard reports in GoldMine, and you can run these reports. Let's just double click on that one. And again, after a few parameters that we can select, we can run that report, which could be printed out. You could save this as a Word file as well if you wish to. You can email it to other non-GoldMine users. And all of these reports can be tweaked by you. You can clone them and change them and create new reports from scratch. Thirdly, GoldMine has and always has had over a couple of decades a number of what it calls analysis screens, if I can say that correctly, analysis screens. And some of these focus on sales. So for example, there's one here called, so I went to my tools, I went to my view menu and analysis and forecast analysis here. So this has always been in GoldMine. And here we see summarized over the next 4 weeks the number of sales we've got, the value of the sales, the probability, and the potential. The potential is the forecast value multiplied by the percentage probability. And then looking further ahead there, we've got total sales due. So in this example here, this being a demonstration system, I've got 16 sales due in June or before June of that value, 6% weighted probability, so quite a low potential there, as you see, and you can print that information as well. Also, another analysis screen for you. Quota analysis. Do your salespeople have targets? Do you have a target? Well, you could put these targets into GoldMine and then get some kind of view there of the performance of your users, their forecast values, their closed deals, their lost deals over certain time periods. So there we have it, a quick overview of sales forecasts and opportunity management. Hopefully you've learnt something new there. We do have an opportunity now for you to ask any questions. So just to repeat, you've got that question section there. I'll locate that on your meeting control panel. I'd be happy to answer those. As I say, this is not meant to be an in-depth training session here, but hopefully it's given you some ideas on how to use the Opportunity Manager to help you successfully track your sales from start to finish. Okay, first question from Russell. How would you track contracts in GoldMine? Well, that's a good question, and we at Wizard Systems, we actually track our own contracts in GoldMine. That could be, Russell, you remember I mentioned codes against sales. So if you, I assume you've got other types of sales as well as contracts. You could use a coding system to track your opportunities and sales in this way, maybe with a code CON, for example, and then you could report on those contracts separately from your normal generic sales there. Hopefully that answers your question. Next question from Tiffany. Can you create quotes from GoldMine? Well, Tiffany, there is a link to Word in your company right now. Maybe you're doing quotes via Word or Excel, so there is a great link to Word and Excel. Not many CRM systems have that, by the way. GoldMine does. So you can create a Word template or Excel template and have that launched from the GoldMine application and automatically populate fields in that proposal quote layout there. There is a very popular, just for information, there is a very popular add-on quotation tool that Wizard Systems supply, Tiffany, called QuoteWorks. Q-U-O-T, try and get this right, Q-U-O-T-E-W-E-R-K-S. You'll find it on our website, wizard-systems.co.uk. It's a great add-on to GoldMine to help you manage the quote process and fully integrated with GoldMine. Question from David. Can you show me how to set up a new opportunity and or forecast? Well, as I say, this is not meant to be a training session here. There's a few ways of doing this, David. If I go back to my little demo system here, just fire this up. So on opportunities, you've got new opportunity here. There is a concept, David, I didn't mention this, there is a concept of template, opportunity templates. So if in your business, David, if you've got common sales, regular sales, they have something in common, they share a lot of information, then to save you time, you could create a template of that opportunity so it fills in all the boxes for you automatically. So you can create one from there, and a little wizard will take you through, prompting you for all of this top screen information and these bottom tabs as well. If it's a simple forecast sale, well, that's another sort of standard activity scheduling exercise. So you could schedule it from there, or on your pending tab, you can schedule a forecast sale there. So as per many things in GoldMine, there's a number of ways of doing things, David. So, but the end result's the same. How you do it, how you go about it's the same, but the end result is the same there. Right. Don't think there's any more questions here. Let me just go back to my slides. I'd just like to mention what I've got to you on the call. We're on the latest version of GoldMine now is 2015.1. That was released a few weeks ago, and does have a few improvements to and enhancements to the new GoldMine web feature released in 2014.2. We included like a cloud version of GoldMine called GoldMine Web. So this is all part of GoldMine now. It needs to be installed though, and this gives you real-time web access via your browser, work with any browser, including Apple, Mac, real-time access to all of your core GoldMine information. And with 2015.1, we've introduced some opportunity management support, so very relevant to today's call. Do you need any training on GoldMine? Well, we offer various GoldMine training courses, introduction course, great for starters, advanced course, systems admin, marketing and automated processes. So please let me know if you need more information on that. And our next session will be on July the 7th. I haven't decided yet what the topic will be, but we will inform our customers via email and we'll announce on our GoldMine blog. There seems to be a couple more questions coming through. Question from Ellie. When generating an invoice in QuoteWorks, can this be linked automatically to an opportunity? Well, Ellie, with the integration with GoldMine, the status of the quote changes. So as you may know, with QuoteWorks, it's normally a tool to create quotes, but it can also be used to track an order and invoice. And you convert the order you convert the quote or the order to an invoice. Well, the actual status of that quote changes, and yeah, it should be displayed on the links tab of that customer record. Might need to check after this call, but Ellie, if you convert the quote to an order or convert it to an invoice, you should see on the links tab the quote reference contains an I in it, I standing for invoice, of course, so that should be a yes, Ellie. Next question from Martin. Do forecast sales and opportunities show in the same place, i.e. figures added up? Well, yes, if you have a number of sales that make up one opportunity, they will add up, Martin. If you have lots of different forecast sales, they will be displayed separately. They are separate records. And any report that you do, any analysis that you do, any dashboards you do will add up all of those separate forecast sales there. Hopefully that answers your question, Martin. Next question from Simon. Can the report function analyze all forecasted sales or just forecasted sales which are linked to an opportunity? Yes, they can, Simon. There may not be a standard report in GoldMine that does this right now, Simon, but one could be created automatically, and deep down in the GoldMine system against your forecast sales, it will know of a linked opportunity. So we just need to really focus on the report printing out those sales that do have some opportunity name against them. So it's quite a straightforward thing for a report to do. Next question from Martin. So forecast opportunities are stored in the same place or reported as one. They're actually stored in separate places, Martin. A record of a forecast sale and the record of an opportunity. When you see them in GoldMine, deep down in the system, they are two separate records, but can be, as my answer to Simon alluded to, they can be linked together, Martin. Okay, I don't think there's any more questions coming through. If any more questions do pop up there, I'll answer them separately by email after this call. So I'd just like to thank everyone for your time today. So next session will be July 7th. Thanks very much for your time today. Happy gold mining, and please contact us if you want any more information about gold mine upgrades, or gold mine training. Thanks very much indeed for your time.